Oh. What, you
I
can't?
forgot that. Well, when you make a character level 90, it pushes you right into Draenor, and you have to go through the story. And when you make a new level 90, they progressively give you your skills as you go through the story. Like I just unlocked all my abilities right now, and I still.
There's no way to, like, turn off tutorial mode leveling or some shit, or is it, like,
I guess not
you
when you
just
do the
have to
free level
do it that
90
way?
thing, no.
That's dumb as shit, man.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because what if you just give yourself a free level 90 and then you go right into a dungeon, you have no fucking clue what you're doing. At least they progressively give you some abilities to kind
Who
of
the
learn.
fuck hasn't played World of Warcraft yet? Like, seriously.
I don't
I
know. I'm
mean,
still kind of
the
lost in what
game has
I'm
been
doing, man.
around
I've
forever.
got
Yeah, but,
sort of
I
some
mean,
hotkeys going on and stuff, but I would
dude,
probably
the
fucking.
dungeons in that game haven't been difficult since the second expansion. Like, you're fooling yourself. Don't do
That's
that.
fair.
I mean, do you remember, like, how fucking crazy the dungeons used to be? Like, back in the day?
Yeah, you had to use CC. They're all just like
Yeah.
all the fucking dungeons are just tank and spank now. AOE tanking.
Yeah, it's like, oh, spam your heal. Try to use it efficiently. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know. Is like, did you do some research? Is Resto like the best fucking like
I just
healer
don't
or
like any
whatever?
of the other healers, man. I don't think that,
Oh,
like Druid, I don't think that, I'm pretty sure Druid's the best. I mean, it's always been the best, really.
okay.
Priest is pretty good. I heard in Legion they're changing Priest, though. So,
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Discipline Priest is
Priest takes
going
a lot of
to,
fucking work though,
so
because you have to
Discipline
like
Priest
be
isn't going to
able
be the
to.
same as it is now. Discipline Priest is going to be more like a fucking Smite Cleric in Dark Age of Camelot. Except, when they cast Smite, it's going to heal. Like, their damaging abilities are going to heal the group. That's just what I read. I
Okay.
don't think that's official or anything. This is like leaked information and shit about the expansion.
Yeah.
Which is going to be interesting because most people
Um.
do discipline healing, I think, as opposed to, what is it, holy?
Something like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's weird though. I don't know. Discipline was always kind of awkward to play though. Like, it was good, but it was like difficult. You know, you had to really know the encounters. It's like dungeons are fucking easy in that game, but the fucking raids and shit can be like, to get the good items, you gotta do the hard stuff. You know, and the hard stuff is all like the heroic or whatever, heroic raids. I forget how that shit works, but
I don't
I know
know.
they took away deliberately difficult things, and then they left some things that were deliberately like
I think they're
even more
called
difficult.
Mythic now is the hard raids.
Yeah,
And you can't raid
and the
finder.
rewards are
You can't
supposed to
raid
be,
finder the heroic raids.
yeah.
You have to put a
Well,
group
Raid
because they
Finder
have.
was used to be its own class. Like there was regular raids, and then there was Raid Finder, which is under regular. Raid Finder was easier than regular, and the rewards were capped like hard. Like you could only kind of like scratch the surface of raiding gear or whatever. Ugh, talking to you is reminding me why I hated this game so much. But you know they like nerfed PvP gear, like, or not PvP gear, they nerfed gear in PvP, like outright.
They are
Like,
in Legion. They are changing how gear affects PvP in general.
yeah, that was that
They
link I
said
sent you a while back. It's basically like you come in with flat stats, and then depending on your item level, like your overall item level, you get a slight modifier. But your modifier is going to be like a tenth of what it was before. Like you're not going to be like running around two-shotting people in PvP anymore. It's like where a decked out person could kill you in like 5 spells, somebody who's slightly less decked out could kill you in 6. That's kind of you know,
From what I
you would only be
read,
marginally better.
like the difference in Legion was going to be when they because they're revamping the whole PvP system. There's going to be like a PvP talent tree with prestige levels and shit. And
Yeah. I never liked
be,
playing Resto Shaman though. I always liked Ellie. Like, I never I liked the fucking melee shaman, but that shit has been out of style since forever. And you can't like take advantage of Wind Fury like you used to with a two-hander for the big one-shot kills.
All enhancement shaman use fucking like fist weapons and dual
wield and shit. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that playstyle just went out the window. So I mean, if I'm gonna do damage, I'd rather do it from far away. If you're gonna be using like a sort of pseudo heavy class or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like enhanced shaman, like after they took away the two-handed weapon, it was like, all right, so where's my incentive to like I can't stun anybody or do the same shit that a rogue does. I don't have gap closers like a warrior does. You know, like why am I playing this? It was only good in like comps that used like other melee classes that could take advantage of bloodlust. Like what was it? That warrior fucking rogue. It was like the hunter rogue shaman combination where you.
Somebody was complaining on the forums the other day. I was reading about rogue mage. Fill in any healer really. I can't remember what it was. It was a specific healer. It was either druid or shaman. But people were like, that's been a comp since like the beginning of arenas. Like,
are you sure it wasn't rogue mage priest?
Rogue mage priest was what the original comp was. Somebody said that it wasn't rogue mage priest because that was like the original unstoppable combo. I guess like the most recent tournament or whatever. Somebody fucking like the team like easy mode won with rogue mage priest and like they were saying it's fucking overpowered or whatever because it's fucking easy mode.
It's not easy mode. It's just like it's rogue mage priest was always like the most skillful comp, but then like once you hit a certain threshold of skill, it was like nobody else could even compete with you. Like once you put in the time and you got down everything, you know, you could like pull off all of the strategies and
that's what they were saying. Like everybody can't just rogue mage priest and win. Like those are like high skill, like rogue and mage are like high skill classes that for those two to do well with like rogue mage and healer, they have to be able to hit their abilities and cooldowns properly to be able to fucking take somebody out of the game.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like priest has always been the toughest fucking like healer to play. You know, like you have to pre-screen, you know, it's like, okay, damage is going to that guy, I can tell, so I'm going to put a shield on him, and then I'm going to start my big heal, so when the shield gets popped off finally, you know, the big heal will land. Like, you gotta, you're not reactive healing, you're like trying to be proactive as possible. You know, you're trying to predict what your opponent is doing, and that's why it was so strong, is because, like, you put it in the hands of somebody that can, like, do that at a high level. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? I can't even damage these guys, you know, because you're just getting cold fucking stopped at every opportunity. And then Rogue, it was like, you always played the stun Rogue in the RMP comp. And the combination of CC between Mage and fucking Rogue was just like, what in the fuck? You would get rooted, polymorphed, fucking that stun shit that the Ice Mage would do that they got later. And then you have all the stuns on the fucking rogue and shit. Like, it was just like, what the... I mean, like, one person is going to basically be permanently out of the fight.
Yeah.
Another person is not going to be able to do any damage because
one person's going to be dead. One person's
healing everything.
One person.
And then the last guy that's left is going to be fighting 2 versus 1, basically, while his buddy is stunned and his other buddy can't do shit because his damage is getting nullified. So yeah, that was always the strongest comp. 3v3 was always about that combination. Because that's what 2v2 was. It was like rogue priest or rogue mage. Like that's what you had to be.
Rogue or mage.
Yeah, like yeah, the healer didn't even matter. It's like one of the off guys would just fucking jump on the healer, or you would double team the healer and kill him, and
or you would kill the DPS.
Kind of like whoever was left, you just had to be better at 1v1 than the other guy.
In twos, if you take out everything but the healer usually leaves or tries to fucking stay in forever. I played one time where a druid was literally just running around in circles the whole fucking match
Yeah.
and couldn't kill him.
That was kind of for a while. That's where Shaman kind of came in and like because they made for a little while Shaman could tank 2 melee classes like on him with Earth Shield as a healer and all of the instants and stuff that he had, and the fact that he could chain them together in such close proximity and he could kite reasonably well, like they were kind of like the anti-double melee comp or whatever if you brought a Shaman. So it was like you would bring a Shaman on a range class, shit, and it was kind of like it wasn't good against other like prominent comps or whatever, but against like it's just like it was like a complex metagame thing. Like Shaman was always really good against Rogue Mage Priest combo, but it was never really good against any of the other more popular combos that Rogue Mage Priest just obliterated, you know? So it was like until you get into the top tier where everybody's playing Rogue Mage Priest, then it doesn't really do any good to break out the Shaman. Shaman was like really hard to play too, man. It was like discipline piece because you had to like hit your fucking... You had to, what is it, hit the fucking things like at the exact right time and shit. I fucking wanted to go in the drive-thru. I don't know why I did this. Come on, buddy. Try to go out. Oh my god. Nope, I'm going this side. I'm about to go this side. There's like 1 million cars in the drive-thru. I miss my opportunity to fucking hit the drive-thru. Yeah. You know what's crazy about that game, dude? I went to go play Magic the other night to do a draft, and there are these fucking kids. They can't be older than like middle school age, and they were talking about playing fucking World of Warcraft. And like, I seriously doubt they were even born when the fucking first game came out. Like,
yeah, man, it's surprisingly still popular. No idea how this game's still.
Yeah, it's so
it's fucking nuts.
I mean, these kids, they had like 12 at the absolute most, is how old they were probably. And it just like that blows my mind because that game is literally like 12 years old. When did it came out, like 2003 or something?
Yeah.
It was like right after I got back from college, or right toward the end of when I stopped going to college. Alright, real quick, give me a minute. Let me just get a number 2 combo, medium size with a Diet Coke. Yeah, let's do it to go. Brian.
Didn't even know I had Ghost Wolf. Went to go hit my fucking mount button from the fucking mount add-on that I got, and it just put me in fucking Ghost Wolf form instead of fucking mounting.
Yeah, there's like a crazy amount of automation. It's like, I feel like the game, like, autopilot's a lot of stuff for you. I remember the first time I went back to playing it.
Well, I have it on. I have it on autopilot. You know how I am with mods, man.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It was like, I don't know. It seemed crazy, the amount of like.
I like mods, though.
Stripped away from it or whatever. I like them too, but I'm more of a minimalist. Like, I like the most. Well, I guess I'm even here. They did not give me this food to go. Sit down and turn this madness on that you're doing.
I was just gonna... I started streaming so you could see, like, the beginning of Warlords Adrenaline. I'm just building my garrison right now, because I just got into Warlords
I want to
Adrenaline.
see what it's like running around and stuff. It seems stiff. Have you done any Guild Wars lately?
No. The reason I don't want to play Guild Wars is because I want one of those fucking weapons, and I'm never, ever, ever going to get it.
They supposedly made them easier with the expansion.
I think this shit's only level 80.
I could help you get one, but I don't think you play enough even after you got it.
I wouldn't.
Like, you'd be like, yeah, and then you'd quit. That's kind of what Gaz did. He got all the legendaries he wanted, and then he just kind of stopped playing. After he played with it, showed him off for a little while. I heard a lot of people complaining about World v. World, though. Like the new maps or whatever, or like shithouse or something, I don't know. Man, I gotta remember to fucking modify these damn hamburgers. It's got mayonnaise and onions all over this shit.
Yours, Commander.
So my stream is working?
Yeah, sort of. It really keeps dropping. I don't know if it's my phone or you're like alt tabbing or something.
I can't alt tab. It's paused if I alt tab. Now it says it's resumed. I don't know, it could just be my internet connection. Because Twitch doesn't even work, like, it won't even let me do it on Twitch.
Really?
Yep. What's the difference in mounting and Ghost Wolf? Like, the mount speed, do I... Because it's not letting me... Let me see something real quick. It seems like I'm faster on a mount than I am with Ghost Wolf. Maybe it's just doing that when I'm in combat.
Yeah. This shit is unwatchable, man. It keeps booting me off your live stream.
Let me pull it up on my phone and see if it's you or if it's me. What is it doing? Is it just kicking? Is it like just kicking offline or something?
Yeah, it's like taking me back to your playlist, and the stream just stopped. And then when I hit refresh, it's like it'll run for a second, and then it'll kick me right back. It's like, are you even standing by this merchant anymore?
No, kill. Here, let me try something real quick. I'm gonna stop broadcast.